Hey everybody, Aaron here. This is another surprise attack review, and today's essay review is of High School DXD, the whole series, not individually. One of my first reviews on this channel was actually High School DXD New, which is the second season. But instead of doing like the next season, which was Born, I figured, you know what? My friend gave me the idea for this. Just review the whole series because I didn't actually review the first season on my channel. I just kind of skipped the second one at the time because I just had that at the moment when I was doing reviews. So I figured, you know what, let me review the whole series as a whole. And since, I don't know if they're going to do a fourth season, most likely not from what it looks like, I might as well do a full series review, right? So, High School DxD is essentially a harem anime. It's plain and simple a harem story, but I think in terms of how it's done, it is the best example, and it's something that I always use to explain how harems could be the actual decent genre that they should be sometimes. Because this is actually one of the few harems that I would say is the best example of how a harem could be good and how it could be done very, very well. So if you've never heard of High School DxD, the quick rundown, if you didn't see my first review on it, I kind of talked about it there, but High School DxD has our main character Issei, who is just, your regular pervert. His kind of dream in life is to become a harem king. He says that within the first, 2 minutes of the show. So he already sets up that he wants, he wants the ladies, he wants the girls. And jokingly, that's kind of the main trope in the whole series is that he's always going to be into the harem genre himself because, hey, you want a harem, might as well go with that. And that's one thing you'll already like about Issei is that he knows what he wants. And he doesn't shy away from that. As a protagonist, he's actually one of the few characters who, in any show, is willing to show every single side of his perverted self. And, he does have tendencies where he realizes, oh, I might need to back up a little bit. But for the most part, he's not afraid to go, okay, I know I'm a pervert. Big deal. And, Issei essentially is just a regular human in the beginning of the show. There's nothing special about him. Again, he's just a pervert. Until he actually gets a girlfriend. And his girlfriend actually tends to turn out to be a psychopath who is actually a demon. She's a fallen angel. And guess what? She kills Issei, our main character, right off the bat. But Issei is brought back to life by Rias Grimmery, who is a special family in the world of devils that could actually bring him back to life and make him into one of her pawns. And that's where the series goes from there, is now he's part of this world where there are, half devils, there are devils, fallen angels, etc., etc. And the whole running joke is that he has to now fight against these guys using his own power, which is actually a manifestation of a red dragon special ability that as the series progresses, he actually gets stronger and more able to use very well. High School DxD, in terms of story, like bare minimum story, is not something that's unheard of. It's something that, we have our main character who becomes badass as the series progresses. He gets a lot of more girls as joining his harem. They all fall for him. But again, one of the biggest differences is that our main character here is not afraid to go toward the girls and towards his perversion side. While a lot of other characters in anime, when they're perverted or when they're not, they have girls that are jumping all over them, and their first instinct is to go, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I don't know what to do, and just push them off or go, oh, I don't want to be part of this. And realistically, I think most heterosexual guys will say right away, oh, if a whole bunch of girls jump at you, you're gonna enjoy that. Come on, it's just that's in our nature, regardless of anything. And I think that's one thing that I liked about Issei as a main character and why I like High School DxD so much is because the whole series knows what it wants to be. It knows what it's running with. It never tries to be anything less or more than what it is setting itself to be. A lot of harems try to do this kind of, our main character is very innocent, and thus, even though he has all these girls with him, he plays really stupid, and then at one point he realizes one of them likes him, but for the most part he's playing stupid the whole series. High School DxD removes that big concept and having our main character kind of take in his perversion and actually use it as a weapon later on. Like, one of his special attacks becomes dress break, where all he has to do is touch a girl and her clothes burst off, and it's funny. It's just meant to be funny. And if you're akin to, you want more censorship, there is censored versions of this. There's also uncensored versions of this. Depending on what you own, the uncensored version most likely is going to be what you're going to see. But if you watch this online, like legitimate websites like Funimation, for example, it probably will have the option to be censored or not. I don't know too much about that because I really don't use Funimation's website too often. I've used it once in a while, but I don't know if they have separating differences with that. But overall, High School DxD is a prime example again of a good show that again it's a genre that's hated by a lot of people. Harems are not liked by many people, and for good reason too. A lot of point, a lot of times they're just over sexualization, fan service, which that gets tedious and it's annoying to me. I love anime, but when I see a production budget going into just showing off, you know, this kind of fan service esque things that are in anime so often, it annoys me because it's like, well, you could have used that potential to make something good. You could have made a good story. You could have made character developments. You could have done a lot more. And High School DxD, though, however, runs with everything it has, and it's a harem anime, but it's not done in such a stupid way that oh, it's a typical harem anime. It's probably one of the best examples of a good harem anime. So for that reason, if I had to review this through an A through F, I have to give the whole series as whole B plus. High School DxD suffers a little bit toward the end of the whole series, like the Born series of it, which is the last third season, has a thing where it speeds up, I think, to catch up to the light novels in terms of story plot, and character plot. It's not a big deal, but it does kind of be. It's noticeable. You notice the kind of speed up, like, oh, this happens, done. And as much as I liked how it ended, I did actually like the ending a lot. I could say that some people might not like how it just felt so rushed at the end. And that's a shame because this series really could have been probably an A minus to me, or an A, if it not had done that. The first season alone is very good. If I had to review the first season by itself, it'd be like around a B plus. Also, the second season around, I want to say also B plus. So realistically, if you think about it, yeah, the whole series as a whole, it deserves that B plus. I mean, it's not so amazing that I guess it could be an A minus if you think about it. But for what it is, it's a great harem story. It's actually done in a way that it's not your typical harem. It's more so funny, comedic, action packed. It has a lot of drama. The animation is always solid throughout the whole series. It never gets weaker in terms of animation. It actually gets stronger as the series progresses, and you can see where their budget kind of increased, I think. But overall, it's a great series. Check it out. I know a lot of people hear harem right away and think, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch it." Try it out. Try the first. I want to say first 5 or 6 episodes of the first show, and I think you'll be hooked from there. Because I think most people, if you see the first 2 episodes, you might think, "Oh, this is just again fan service," and that's a shame because this actually has a story and it actually has very good character development and character plot, and even some romance in there. Albeit it's a little pervy, but it's still romance. Now, if I give it Ichi level, max level, 10 out of 10. It does have, again, nudity, so be warned of that. But overall, that's it for this review, guys. I hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope my editing software looks, well, not editing software, but how I edit looks better. I might throw in random things I don't actually know until I actually see the video of me editing it. But I hope you guys enjoyed so far. This is my second video doing editing and stuff. I hope to get better with it. But I figured, might as well try it again. So I hope you guys like it. Anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I think I said that already, but whatever. And as always, until I pass across again in the next review, have a good one, everyone. Bye.